And then when someone tries to help me and they don't do it the way I envision them
Oh,
to,
yes.
then I have to stop striving and realize, oh, well, I might be blocking their blessing by taking it out of their hands,
Yeah.
enabling them not
Because
to.
I can do it better.
Yes.
I can do it better.
Well, if I'm going to get anything done right, I'm going to do it myself. But that's not, we're called to community.
Yeah.
We're called to fellowship. And that's why we have one another so that we can walk in fellowship.
Yeah.
We don't carry the burden ourselves. He sent them out. And we are to model that. We're not supposed to do life alone. The opposite of striving is resting in God's grace. And that can be so difficult as women to do because we have expectations put on our shoulders. We have to be the perfect wife. We have to be the perfect mother. We have to be the perfect instructor. We have to be the perfect co-worker. And our house has to be in a certain order.
Yeah.
And we sometimes in the busyness of that, we lose focus, we lose sight of just resting. One of my biggest prayers when I start to feel overwhelmed is for the Lord to multiply my minutes.
Yeah.
And He's faithful. And it allows me to rest and be like, okay, I don't have to focus too much on that because I know God's in control. And something my daughter said the other day that really stuck with me was, no matter what happens, God's in control. So it's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
And that's a hard lesson for an adult to learn.
We feel like we have to put on that front, especially for our children and for everyone else. Very sweetly, I was reminded from our very wise Paul, who, for those of y'all that know, he wrote most of the New Testament, had a complete 180 with his life, and it just goes to show that God can use anybody in any place at any time. But 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for the power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest in me." It's like how we use our time and being intentional about it. And
well, and I think you hit the nail on the head there, intentionality. And we learn what is going to serve us to build the kingdom and what is just really frivolous nonsense that we don't need to focus on. It reminds me of Mary and Martha. Mary was busybody running around, and she was so upset because Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet and wasn't helping her.
Yeah.
But we forget in our serving sometimes that we need to abide at Jesus' feet, sit there and absorb the word.
absolutely.